Good morning. My name is Jayawardena. People call me Chandi. I am from Canada, and thank you for inviting me to be a conference co-chair and to record a small short message. I first want to talk about the past, present and the future, particularly looking at Sri Lanka. As you know, Sri Lanka did not have a tourist industry before 1965. We had ad hoc occasional visitors coming, but the organized tourism started in 1965. So that's 56 years ago. We had 4 phases of tourism in this country. We had a very slow beginning, but with a lot of help. From 1965 to 1983, every year tourism grew. And that was the beginning of our tourism. But we had about 400,000 tourists. We never reached even 500,000 during that time. It was a slow start, but we learned a lot of things. And then came a 26-year-old war, right? From 1983 to 2009. And that was a rough period, 26 years of on and off. There were ceasefires, little bit of tourism, our rates went down, and so it was a bad time. Then came a good time. It lasted 10 years, 2009 to 2019. That's like the golden era of tourism in Sri Lanka, where we had millions of tourists coming, a lot of progress, and also we learned from some of the mistakes. Some people tend to overprice the products, overdevelop, ignore the aspects of sustainability, etc. But it's a learning process. All in all, it was a productive 10 years. Then came the pandemic. And of course, we should not fool anyone. This is the biggest pandemic, biggest crisis, global pandemic the world has faced in 100 years. But everything in tourism, if you look at the world, we have had problems in tourism again and again. It's the most sensitive industry in the world. If you look at the world tourism, after World War II, it built up. It had the golden era of the world global tourism. And there were problems. Vietnam War, then before that the Korean War, and then the oil crisis, the Gulf War, and then a series of Middle Eastern challenges, Iraq War, and then the 9/11, Iraq War, Afghanistan, in between pandemics. But tourism has always bounced back, and it will bounce back this time as well. But I think we should give a little time, maybe 2022, I think it will be a recovery period, and after that I think it should blossom again. But this is the period where we can learn a lot from what happened and where we should go. So my message today is seven quick points. I call them 7 C's. C, the word C. They all start from C. The first one is crisis management. We have learned a lot about how to deal with crises and to manage the crisis. And we want to share the information with different people in different destinations. Second one is the change management. We are in the process of changing, managing our change. We are eager to fight back, and we want to be better prepared for the future. So change management is a good thing. After a crisis, a threat always comes the other side of the coin, which provides a lot of opportunities. So crisis management, number 1. Number 2, change management. The third C is the creativity and innovation in a more macro level. And in innovation, basic principle is think outside the box, not the same things we did before 2019, and diversification on the products. And it has given us a lot of opportunities. The pandemic has provided a lot of opportunities for us to have time to think and better prepared, etc. Fourth C is the commitment. I think the conference, the organizers are committed to have an inclusive growth and in a sustainable fashion. Fifth C is a constructive dialogue. We should not be talking in ivory towers just to each other in academia, but we should be communicating with everybody, all the partners. All stakeholders, the local communities, etc. The sixth C is the connectivity. And I think that's what we are doing today, again, in this Tourism Leaders Summit. We are connecting with the industry, we are bringing the academia, researchers, the public sector, and we are bringing the global community. I know that some of the presenters today are from the United Nations Development Program and the World Tourism Organization, so that global reach is very important. Similarly, we should also be connecting with our former customers, former tourists who came to our destinations, and they have already tasted what we can offer, and some of them are eager to come back. So we should never forget connecting with our past customers to our databases. Last C, 7, is the celebration. It is a celebration today of the work we have done and how we have fought this problem and how we are going to gear ourselves for a very bright, prosperous future. I think the future gives us a lot of potential, but we need a little bit of more patience. So that's my key message, 7 C's. My experience with the University of Colombo has been over 40 years. I was a student I studied business administration in early 80s. Then last 10 years on and off, I've been a guest lecturer for the tourism program. And I've been a big fan of your tourism programs, and particularly my friend and my brother, Professor Sri Lanka de Silva, for his leadership and his innovative thinking, bringing people together for organizing this tourism summit, for example, and the conference. And I have been always very impressed how well it is organized. And my role in the Tourism Leaders Summit has been initially a participant, and then I was promoted as a panelist. Then a year later, I became a panel moderator, and today I'm thankful that you have made me a conference co-chair. I'm very impressed, very proud, and I wish you a very happy conference and a summit. Thank you very much.